It's August 7th, 2025, and if you're like me, and you're kind of wondering, weird, what's going on with gaming here? What do I get? What do I play? What can I afford? Yeah, I personally think that gaming has hit one of the strangest times of our lives. Now, granted, yes, I know, we'll put the expense in there too, and it was expensive back then too, but at a time where everything is so at an elite level like it is today, and how much it costs now with the games, it's absolutely crazy. So we're gonna look into a couple of these. Obviously, I have Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, and I put Steam on there represent PC gaming. So we're gonna talk about all of these in a couple different videos. So today, I'm gonna start with our pal PlayStation. PlayStation is in, I think, kind of a weird spot. I kind of think they're in a spot too where they're kind of unsure themselves. Let's dive into it. The PS5 Pro being out on the market now, and where I am, it's way well over $1,000. And for a system that's barely an upgrade, I don't know. Like it kind of leaves me wondering, like if they're thinking about a PS6 right now, I'm like, wow, like what have we been doing? Like for example, like if we go back to the other Pro consoles, are they like a big major upgrade? Eh, I mean, like if you don't have one by now and you're going to something next, it's nice to have the latest one on the market. But when you have a big price jump like this, and it's just like, whoa, and it's not, it doesn't have the most best response ever, because I mean, like we're on to this big old little graphical thingy. Sure, like a lot of people do want the bigger, better graphics, but for the cost that it puts into compared to like the graphics you're getting, it's not there. And like all the settings too, like you need like the biggest and latest updated TV as well too, which most of us we don't buy a TV every year, right? So yeah, the PS5 Pro and all of course too, with all their other little things too, like you got the what do you call it? I can't remember what you call them, like the PS, like the I can't remember what the name of it is, the remote play thing, which I seems like a bust as it is too. And then you also have the PS5 VR, which is that a bust too? Is it even a thing? People playing it? I see like no games for us. And that brings me to another point too. Games. Where are the games? And especially for a pro console, most of the games, like the exclusive games, what exclusive games? PS5 is pretty much they're going off like, hey, we let's put our exclusives on other places too. Is it good to get your games to other places? I mean, in a way, but PlayStation that's been so exclusive for a very long time, and now all of a sudden it's like, well, let's sell our exclusives out now. Well, are you? Was that? What are you doing there? Are you throwing the white flag or something like that? I don't know. I don't think it's the best thing either. And just like going back like to the PS5 Pro here too. Sometimes with gaming, like what do we want from it? Performance mode, this fidelity mode. It's like sometimes it's too much for gamers. Like just give us what we want. Just let us play some games. I don't know. So it's a bit of a big mess in that aspect. So now I want to rewind back here for a sec. Let's go back to the PS2, the end of the PS2, an amazing console, so many great games, right? You pay for game, let's just say the game's $60. Pay it, you get a ton of things in the game. Like you get your bang for your buck for the game. Go to PlayStation 3, which is also very amazing in itself. This is kind of where we start getting into the DLC type of things, which is not like little, at the time it was also too like a little controversial, but it's like, that's okay. We can kind of we can kind of go with it, right? But then also too, this is where this era, especially when we get to the PS4 console, is where we really start like all the games that they made for PS3. Now we get to PS4, boom, remake. remaster, remake, remaster, especially GTA 5, Skyrim. It went nuts. But I feel like this era just started something like this crazed nostalgia where it's like, you know, is it cool? Yes. Does it give gamers like more option, more places to play? Yes. But at what cost? Like you've heard them, they're not doing any more like Naughty Dog. They're not doing the more of their Uncharted games. They'd rather go remaster it. The Last of Us 3, they'd rather remaster you or do a whole remake on number one before they give you anything of a new game. Look at like GTA, Rockstar. They were no thing. Look at they did it with like Oblivion. I thought they were under the impression that we were making Elder Scrolls 6. Well, there's a whole remake of Oblivion to try and make it look some kind of like with a Skyrim. Well, okay, I it's good for some people that haven't played the game or anything like that, sure. But we're getting the same thing on consoles that cost almost $1,000 to us now. So I mean, where are we going with this? By the way, I actually looked it up. It's the PlayStation Portal that was referring to. That's how much I like really may know about the PlayStation Portal. I mean, it might be good for some people, like you want to play in a different spot of the room or whatever like that. But what incentives have they given to us, especially with no games here? So now, where does this all stand here? I mean, I don't know. PS Plus, especially like where I am in Canada, has soared up to a pretty hefty price. Where I was subscribed to PlayStation Plus for a while, I had to stop just because it was just so expensive, and the content that was on PlayStation Plus it lacked. Like there's almost like nothing on there. I'm just sitting there like there's a couple cool things, and then some of those like the monthly games, like yeah, but these are old games from like how long ago? I'm adding them to my library. I mean, I can add them, but I mean, when you finish with the game, you're done with it. It's I don't know. It doesn't. It just there's no like real incentive. I'm not saying like anywhere else they're all good too. I don't think they are. So I'm not just bashing on Sony with this one, but where our current state right now, where the cost of games, like I just bought Kingdom Come 2, that was well over $100. I'm like, dang, like it took the wind out of my sails for a bit. So I'm like, huh, like I don't know, it was just like something that like want me to do now get a couple games at $100 a piece now each. Like it's too much with the console. That's so much money. And if they're thinking PlayStation 6, I'm kind of sitting here thinking, like, what have you given us with PS5? It's been how many years in? I get it. It was hard to get it because whatever with COVID would happen too, right? But no, it's not it's hard, right? So PlayStation, I feel like has lost some of its identity, and higher ups kind of don't really have a direction when they got to. Their Game Pass catalog is pretty weak compared to what's out there, especially compared to Game Pass on Xbox, and then what you can literally get for like almost like nothing on Steam too. Nintendo's probably like the pricier one, but if you want Nintendo stuff, that's what you're gonna get for Nintendo stuff. So in the end, where do I think Sony stands? I mean, it's hard. Like it, I don't really know what they're gonna do. I don't feel excited for PS6 because I think I break myself. I barely dived into PS5. Like I'm waiting here. Like what can you give me? I think a lot of it too is just the price of games and going forward with the digital implementation of games. Because who's to say once they turn this off, it's all gone? Yeah, that's not really it's not really a good feeling, and that's just not a Sony exclusive. The Sony type thing. It's exclusive to all the other ones too. So this is like where I'm kind of stand with Sony and on PlayStation. It's just the games are too expensive. We're not really getting anything. I think a lot of like its past decisions kind of really put the console in a bit of rocks, right? Like we've gone to so much of the remake stuff, the remaster stuff, that like it's almost hampered like newer gaming, and it's not totally exclusive to Sony, but push come to shove, right? So Right now, it's PlayStation is just like, like if you want the console, you're gonna be paying a bit of money for it. Subscription service, that's also a good chunk of money going away in games. You're at about $100 a piece, so like wherever you are, $90, $80, whatever. But it's an expensive endeavor. So like, if you want to play some games, PlayStation, they got some good. Like, they do. It does have some good stuff, good content. At least play your PS. At least some PS4 games. You can go see what you get online. So that's what you got from there. Up next, I think it'll be a quick one. We'll take a deep dive and look at Nintendo and what they've been doing, especially with the Switch 2 out on their release. So that's all I got for you on this one. So what are your thoughts? Tell me your thoughts and opinions, views on PlayStation, Sony, where they're going. What do you see it as? Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you in the next video.